Let's make one thing painfully clear before we dive into the disaster. Chris Martin didn't ruin Andy Byron's life. Andy Byron ruined Andy Byron's life, on camera in 4K under stadium lights, with a crowd of 65,000 people watching live and 50 million more watching from their phones later. And now he's trying to sue Coldplay. Because what better way to cope with being caught cheating on your wife during a Coldplay concert than blaming the guy holding a microphone? Let's rewind the chaos. July 16th, Gillette Stadium, Boston. Coldplay is playing one of the biggest shows of their tour. Lights, fireworks, cell phone flashlights, it's all peak emotional Coldplay energy. Then comes the lighthearted tradition of any big concert, the kiss cam. It pans over adorable couples in the crowd. Everyone's laughing, kissing, waving. Then it stops, on two uncomfortable faces. Two people who don't look thrilled. Two people trying very hard not to be seen. Those two people? Andy Byron, CEO of billion-dollar tech company Astronomer, and Kristin Cabot, his company's HR director. The camera lingers. Andy nervously adjusts his collar. Kristin ducks. The crowd stirs. Something's off. And then Chris Martin drops the line that will echo around the internet. Either they're having an affair, or they're just very shy. And just like that, boom. A 12-second clip goes nuclear. It becomes the internet's new obsession overnight. Within hours, it's all over TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Memes explode. Twitter, X, loses its mind. People joke about Coldplay doing more investigative journalism than corporate auditors. Hashtag Coldplay caught them starts trending. Fan edits of the moment flood timelines. One even puts Chris's voice over the Law and Order theme song. Savage. But then, people start connecting the dots. Because Andy is married. Kristin, also married, to other people. And that awkward body language suddenly makes a lot of sense. It goes from a funny moment to a full-blown scandal. Within 72 hours, Andy's wife allegedly files for divorce, and not quietly. She wants $35 million or 5% equity in Astronomer. Why? Because of the public humiliation. Because she found out the same time the rest of the world did. While watching Coldplay footage, both Andy and Kristin resign. A billion-dollar company just lost its CEO and its head of HR over a kiss cam moment. Let that sink in. The board scrambles. Investors panic. Internal Slack channels reportedly go into meltdown. This wasn't just a personal scandal. It was a corporate earthquake. And then, Andy threatens to sue Coldplay. Let's just stop here and ask, what? Yes, after getting caught, publicly, messily, and spectacularly, Andy decides the real villain isn't himself. It's Chris Martin. He's reportedly accusing the Coldplay frontman of emotional distress, invasion of privacy, and the wildest of all, unauthorized memification. You cannot make this up. Sources close to Chris Martin say when he heard about the lawsuit threat, he burst out laughing. And honestly, who wouldn't? Imagine being sued for reacting to something happening in plain sight, in front of tens of thousands of people. But here's where the law absolutely obliterates Andy's logic. Legal experts have already called this a frivolous lawsuit. First, let's talk about privacy. Concert tickets come with fine print. By entering the stadium, you agree to being filmed. That's standard. Every ticket, every venue, every concert. And you can't cry privacy violation when your scandalous moment happened in front of 65,000 people. You weren't in your bedroom. You were in section 112, row 8, under the Jumbotron. Second, defamation. Andy claims that Chris's affair comment damaged his reputation. But here's the legal catch. To win a defamation case, Andy would have to prove that the statement was false. And how do you do that? By denying the affair, publicly, under oath, in court. And guess what? Neither Andy nor Kristin has done that. Not in a statement, not in an interview, not even in passing. Which leaves one conclusion. Chris Martin called out the truth. And the truth hurts. But it gets juicier. Multiple Astronomer insiders say the affair wasn't even a secret behind closed doors. The kiss cam didn't uncover something new. It just confirmed the worst-kept rumor in the office. Employees had noticed the lingering glances, the out-of-town conferences, the weekend Slack activity. People were talking. HR, ironically, wasn't. Some staff reportedly felt relieved when the clip went viral. It was, as one anonymous employee put it, finally proof the rest of us could see. So let's get real, Andy Byron isn't suing because he feels violated. He's suing because he got exposed in the most humiliating way possible. Not by a PI, not by a whistleblower, but by a stadium camera and a Coldplay joke. And while Andy's stewing in legal threats, Chris Martin, he's thriving. At recent concerts, Chris has playfully warned audiences, "Smile, the kiss cam is watching, could be the end of your job." Entire stadiums erupt in laughter. No names mentioned, no direct shade, just classy, low-key trolling at its finest. Coldplay turned the lawsuit threat into comedic gold, and honestly, fans are loving it. Meanwhile, Andy and Kristin, still unemployed, still being dragged online, still in the middle of legal fallout and divorce proceedings. As for Astronomer, their interim CEO is trying to restore order. But public trust? Totally shattered. HR department? Yeah, it's being restructured. The company's reputation? Tarnished, possibly for good. And here's the twist. So far, the lawsuit is just a threat. No official filing, no court date, no legal documents. Some insiders say even Andy's own legal team is trying to talk him down. Because, going through with this could end his career permanently. Think about it. How do you recover professionally after suing Coldplay for catching you cheating on camera? Spoiler alert, you don't. This whole train wreck has become a case study in internet culture, power, ego, and public shame. It's got everything: celebrity, scandal, corporate chaos, and viral fame. And the moral of the story? Don't be Andy. If you're going to cheat, don't do it in a place with cameras, microphones, 65,000 strangers, and a British rock star narrating the whole thing. Because the internet will find it, will meme it, and will never let you forget it. So now the real question, should Chris Martin keep trolling him? Does Andy even have a case? Or is this just the world's most public self-destruction? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like if you think this lawsuit is just plain delusional. Subscribe for more updates because this drama, far from over. And remember, if your HR director is also your concert date, maybe don't sit in the camera section.